What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't lack of talent, but the memory of the last time you have failed? Maybe you had been there. You gave your whole heart to a dream, you worked overtime, sacrificed sleep, prayed for a breakthrough, and believed this time would be different. But instead of success, you are met with disappointments. The business closed, the relationship ended, the exam wasn't passed, the interview never led to a job. Ever since that moment, you've been carrying an invisible weight, not because you don't have another dream, but because you are terrified of feeling that same pain again. I understand that fear because I carried it too. There was a time when I convinced myself that playing it safe would protect me. I stopped taking risks. I stopped believing in my talent, in new opportunities. Every time a door opened, my mind whispered, "Don't get too excited. Remember what happened last time." The truth is, I wasn't afraid of failure. I was afraid of disappointments. I was afraid of hoping again. Then one day I realized something that changed my life. The pain from the past wasn't supposed to become a prison. It was supposed to become a teacher. The first lesson I learned is this: failure doesn't mean you should stop. It means there's something life is trying to teach you before your next chapter begins. Think about a blacksmith forging a sword. Every strike of the hammer looks harsh. Every moment in the fire seems destructive. But without the heat and the pressure, the steel would never become strong enough for its purpose. Sometimes life's hardest seasons are not breaking you, they are shaping you. The second lesson was even more personal. I had been calling myself a failure simply because something I attempted didn't work out. But failure is something that happens. The moment you separate your identity from your mistakes, you become free to try again. Your scars are proof that you survived, not evidence that you should quit. The third lesson came when I stopped asking, "What if I fail again?" and started asking, "What if this time I grow?" That question changed everything. Success isn't always about getting the result you wanted. Sometimes success is having the courage to stand back up after life knocked you down. Every attempt teaches you something that previous one couldn't. I learned that courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to move forward even while your hands are shaking. The bravest people I've ever met weren't fearless. They simply decided that their dreams were more important than their doubts. So, if you're standing at the edge of a new opportunity today, wondering whether it's worth trying again, let me remind you of this. The person who failed yesterday is not the same person standing here today. You have learned, you have grown, you have become wiser. And that's why this next step is different. Don't allow one painful chapter to convince you the whole story has already been written. Some of the most beautiful victories begin after the moments that almost made us quit. The road ahead may still have obstacles, but now you know you have the strength to keep walking. Years from now, you won't regret the times you tried and learned. You will regret the dreams you abandoned because fear convinced you they were impossible. So, take the first step. Submit the application, start the business, write the book, make the phone call, open your heart again. Because every sunrise reminds us of one beautiful truth. Yesterday always ends, and every new day gives us another chance to begin. Never let yesterday's failure become tomorrow's identity. The greatest victory isn't a life without failing. It's becoming the kind of person who keeps rising again and again after the life you once dreamed about finally becomes the life you live.